That's right. Governor Abbott spoke with the pre-K class as well as the kindergarten class to see what kinds of things they're learning. He says it's all in hopes of advancing their education much earlier.
Very amazing, very next.
Before the school bell rang at the end of the day at Emerson Elementary, Governor Greg Abbott stopped by 2 classrooms to see how things were going. It's all a part of his plan to improve the education system in Texas, starting at the pre-K level.
We do have a concern with some classrooms, and that is there are some parts where for a 4-year-old, it really is nothing more than a glorified daycare center.
Reading, writing, and arithmetic have always been the staples of learning, but with the changing times and the advances in technology, Governor Abbott is pushing to begin this type of education much sooner.
The fact is that the brain is growing and changing so rapidly at an early age. The sooner we begin the education process, the faster the children are able to progress.
There's our computer, and then I have the smartboard, and then I also have an iPad that I can carry around, and so I can control the smartboard and my computer wherever I am in the classroom.
Today, Governor Abbott in Midland meeting with educators at Emerson Elementary. Local Big 2's Camila Burnell speaks with him about his visit tonight.
As one of Governor Greg Abbott's emergency items, early education bills could be fast-tracked through the legislature.
We really have to start at the pre-K 4-year-old level. Make sure that the children who are 4 years old begin the process of learning to read and do math.
His idea is to make Texas education #1 by giving more funding to early education programs across the state.
And that means I want every child reading and doing math at or above grade level by the time they finish the 3rd grade.
The governor said that some metrics show that Texas is doing a pretty good job when it comes to education, but for him, it's not enough.
But I know we have to do far better. I'm not satisfied with pretty good. Texas is #1 in so many categories. We should be #1 in educating our children.
Starting with the youngest students and eventually reaching universities.
To elevate the number of higher education institutions in the state of Texas into the higher echelons of universities in this country.
But results will only be seen when the bills are passed and the money reaches the schools.
Governor Greg Abbott made his way to the Permian Basin today. He spoke with teachers and students about budgets and what kind of changes they would like to see in the classroom.
When Governor Greg Abbott stopped by Emerson Elementary, teachers took the chance to share what public schools really need.
I wanted to tour this great school and see what they're doing here and take their great practices and try to use them across the state. Knowing that when children get off to a fast start, it's going to help them advance further and faster in school.
And something he says will be recognized, not just by the state, but as well.
The way our program works is it provides that level of flexibility at the local level so that decisions are not dictated from Austin, Texas, but are determined here under local control by the local principals and superintendents.
Governor Abbott also spoke with Superintendent Ryder Warren at the elementary today. He says this was just one of his many stops to public schools throughout the state.